In this video, you will learn how to solve for x and y in these nice expressions. It looks like a quadratic or simultaneous equation, but we're going to see how we'll find the value of x and y. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends and colleagues, and remember to subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics content. Now, looking at this expression, the first thing I want to consider is to take the first expression as equation 1 and the second one as equation 2. Now, how do we solve this? From equation 1, we're going to analyze equation 1. X minus y, we said, is equal to 4. So, from whichever part you want to take it from, I can simply make my y to be subject of formula, or I can make my x the subject of formula. So this time around, I'll find it more easier to make x subject of formula. So x will be equal to 4 plus y. And I'm going to consider this to be equation 3. That will form the basis of all the equation we'll be using in this solution. Now, from equation 2, we are told that xy is equal to 4. So what do we have here? If xy is equal to 4 and the value of our x is equal to 4 plus y, so that means we can simply replace this value of x with 4 plus y. So that will give me 4 plus y multiplied by y, and that will be equal to 4. So if I expand that expression, I'm going to have my 4y plus y squared minus 4, and this will be equal to 0. Recall, I just simply brought this here to make it negative. So if I rearrange this expression, I'm going to have my y squared plus 4y minus 4, and this is equal to 0. This is a quadratic expression. So how do we solve this quadratic expression? To solve this quadratic expression, we are simply going to use the quadratic formula. And from the quadratic formula, we can see that a is equal to 1 here, b is equal to 4, and then our c is equal to negative 4. Now let's apply the quadratic formula. The value of our y will now be negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So what do we have here? We're going to have the value of our y to be equal to negative 4, right? Plus or minus the square root of 4 square, right? Minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by negative 4, and all these will be divided by 2 multiplied by 1. So from this expression, we can see that the value of our y is equal to negative 4 plus or minus square root of, this is going to be 16 minus times minus is going to give us plus another 16. 4 times 4 is 16, and this will be divided by 2. Great. Now what do we have from here? We're going to have our y to be equal to negative 4 plus or minus square root of 32, right? 16 plus 16 will give us 32 divided by 2. And the value of our y will be equal to negative 4 plus or minus square root of, this is going to give us 16 multiplied by 2 divided by 2. So the value of our y will be equal to negative 4 plus or minus square root of 16 is equal to 4 multiplied by the square root of 2, and all these will be divided by 2. So what's the value of our y? The value of our y will be equal to negative 4 plus or minus 4 root 2, and this will be divided by 2, and this will be divided by 2. So the value of our y will be equal to negative 2 plus or minus 2 root 2. So the value of our y will be equal to negative 2 plus 2 root 2. We take this as our y1, while our y2 will be equal to negative 2 minus 2 root 2. So these are the solutions for y. Now, when we consider the equation 3, we said the value of x is equal to 4 plus 3. So from equation 3, which is the value of x, from equation 3, the value of our x is equal to 4 plus y. So if we take the value of our y1 to be equal to negative 2 plus 2 root 2, we'll come to see that the value of our x will now be equal to 4 plus negative 2 plus 2 root 2. And what will that expression give us? Our x1 will now be equal to 4. That is going to give us negative. So we'll have 4 minus times plus. Plus times minus is going to give us minus 2. Plus times plus 2 root 2, right? So we're going to have the value of our x1 to be equal to 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 2 root 2. So when the value of our x1 is this value, then the value of y1, which we'll have up there, is equal to negative 2 plus 2 root 2. So this is the solution of x1 and x2. So we're going to consider the value of y2. If we consider the value of y2, the value of y2 is going to give us the value of our x is equal to 4 plus y, right? And we're going to have the value of our x to be equal to 4 plus negative 2 minus 2 root 2. So what would that expression give us? That expression is going to give us the value of our x to be equal to 4 minus 2 minus 2 root 2. So the value of our x will be equal to 4 minus 2 is going to give us 2, right? Minus 2 root 2. And we're going to consider this to be x2. So when our x2 is equal to 2 minus 2 root 2, our y2 was minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 root 2. Good. So this is the solution to that expression once more. So what do we do with these two expressions? These two expressions stands as the solution to that expression given to us up there. So we're going to test to find out if these two solutions are absolutely right. Now let's look at the first expressions given to us. X minus y equal to 4 and x multiplied by y equal to 4. So from that expression, we are given that x minus y should be equal to 4 and x multiplied by y should also be equal to 4. So we're going to analyze the first two using x1 and x2. So if the first two, x1 is what? 2 plus 2 root 2. So we're going to look at 2 plus 2 root 2, which is x, and we're going to subtract it from minus 2 plus 2 root 2, which is y. Is it going to give us 4? Let's try that out. So if we subtract those two expressions, we're going to have 2 plus 2 root 2 minus times minus will give us plus 2, minus times plus is going to give us negative 2 root 2. Now will this give us 4? Let's check. From this part you could see that plus 2 root 2 will clear negative 2 root 2, so we'll be left with what? 2 plus 2. Is it equal to 4? Of course, this is equal to 4 and 4 is equal to 4. So that tells us that this expression given to us here is absolutely right. Now let's try the second one using xy equal to 4. From the second one, we are given that xy is equal to 4. So x multiplied by y should be equal to 4. And what is the value of x? 2. 2 minus root 2. So will 2 minus root 2 minus 2 root 2 multiplied by negative 2, right? Y is negative 2 minus 2 root 2. Will it be equal to 4? Now let's try this out. If we multiply this by this, is going to give us 4, right? Negative 4. 2 times negative 2 root 2 is going to give me negative 4 root 2, right? Minus 2 times plus 2 is going to give us plus 4 root 2. Minus times minus is going to give us plus. 2 times 2 is going to give us 4. Root 2 times root 2 is going to give us 4. 4 times 2 is going to give us 8. So this is going to give me minus 4. Definitely this will clear this and we'll have minus 4 plus 8. Is it equal to 4? Sure it is. So minus 4 plus 8 is going to give us 4, and that is equal to 4. So that tells us that this whole expression is also absolutely what? Right. So that means these two solutions, x1 and x2, y1 and y2, are the solutions to that expression given to us above here. I know you did enjoy watching this math solution. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends and colleagues, and remember to subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics content. Thanks so much for watching and see you next time. Cheers.